Hello, welcome to CIO Leadership Live Australia. I'm Kathy O'Sullivan, the Editor-in-Chief in APAC for Foundry's flagship enterprise brands, CIO and CSO. Today on the show, my guest is Michael Ciavarella, Chief Technology Officer at A&S Labels. Michael has featured 3 times in the CIO 50 Australia list, and it's a pleasure to be chatting to him today. Hi, Michael. Great to see you again.
Likewise, Kathy. How are you?
Great. Hope the new year is off to a good start for you, and great to have you on the show today.
Yeah, thank you so much. Same to you.
So listen, let's go back to the start. Can you give us a bit of a potted history of your career to date, and how did you get your start in IT?
Yeah, no worries. So it would probably be throughout high school, I've always been interested in working with people and teams. My family history and background is Italian. And I've always known the importance of teamwork and family work, and we come from a very high values-based family. So I always wanted to work with people and specifically teams. I've always liked challenging type projects, and I've also liked technology and systems. So the natural relationship between all of those parts made a lot of sense for me. So it would have started in high school. I was fortunate enough to go into university, and the university that I actually selected, one of the main reasons why I selected that university specifically is because they offered work experience that was happening outside of the university calendar. So it was a 4-year degree. I've got a qualification in human resources. So there's the people side, business human resources, and then the other side is information systems and computer science. Based on the work experience that I needed to find myself outside of the university, and we did a lot of that work experience in a holiday program. So whilst all my friends were partying or enjoying their time, I was working. I was given a great opportunity at Honda. So Honda Automotive, there are multiple brands that Honda have. And the first opportunity for me was actually to work within HR. There were some tools and systems that they needed in place. I was selected by the leader of the training and development department, and they wanted a database built that would essentially help them with all their training and development needs of their staff and also future staff to do skills assessment, matrix, find out where there were some gaps across the board. So that's where I started. I started out at Honda. It seems like a long time ago now. It's well over 20 years. And then from there, I progressed into multiple organizations from there. So started in HR at Honda, worked on big projects, and then was given an opportunity in what was called e-commerce at the time, which is probably more commonly referred to now as digital.
Well, it served you well because you're now Chief Technology Officer at A&S Labels. So can you tell us a bit more about the organization, what you and your team look after there?
Absolutely, yeah. So A&S Labels is a smaller organisation. We're involved in retail. It's largely around female fashion. We would be 10 years young, so quite a early organisation. We're still working through process improvements as well as customer experience. We started off with a physical footprint. We had one store, which was located in Eltham in Melbourne, and all the standard stories that you'll hear about founders coming together, working on the garments and the fabrics, essentially in their lounge room or in the garage of their property. Amazing stories that I was told where there was a high school across the road. All the students from the high school, female, were there lining up at the front door on a Monday morning to buy the latest products, and just being able to replicate that customer experience that the founders had, where if someone didn't have enough money to buy that garment, I'd say, don't worry about it. Let's sort that out the following week. Just give us the remaining of that balance. Now that we've grown significantly, we're a global organisation. We own 2 brands. One of the brands is Tiger Mist. The other one is IMGR. They are both quite different in that they've got different segments in the market. But yeah, think about an organisation, 10 years young. We're now pure digital. We don't have a physical presence anymore. It's all direct to consumers who buy our products through our website. We're global, and I'm fortunate enough to be the first CTO within the organisation. I would say that it's a bit of a varied role. It's not just your standard technology. I also look after a team that has the production of our garments as well. So they work directly with our suppliers. So it's almost a merchandising type role. Also, the digital team, e-commerce team reports into myself, as well as customer service and customer delivery, where our team members are either picking up the phone, answering to live chat inquiries, or also helping out customers with service-related or sales-related inquiries, plus all the standard IT things that you would normally see a CTO do. So it's pretty exciting. And the other thing that I'm really passionate about is ways of working. I've been asked to look at multiple departments across the organisation and how can we improve the ways in which we work.
Of course, with your HR experience, that serves you well there as well, Michael. So listen, what have been some of the things you and the team have achieved in the past few years? You've mentioned there that it's a huge digital focus for the organization. So what have been some of the achievements in your time at A&S Labels?
Absolutely. So I think also the context of being the first CTO that the organisation has had, I think is really important. Really innovative founders and executive team, which is amazing that I'm fortunate enough to be part of the executive team and have all those conversations around how do we move the dial, how do we innovate, etc. But there wasn't a formalized technology strategy. So at a very, very high level, there is a organizational direction and organizational vision, but really important for me to set up the technology strategy. Being a young organization and many team members that are younger than myself, and just the proliferation of SaaS-based products. We have a lot of tools and a lot of systems. Very easy to pick up a credit card and invest and trial out a new tool or a new technology. But for me, it was all about how do we make sure that we can migrate, simplify, have a technology strategy that can set the framework up for the organisation moving forward. So that was a big win initially. I also think about all the other single points of failure that we had within the organisation. Although we're a digital business and we have our website, the delivery and development team was quite small. So a lot of individuals within the organisation wearing multiple hats, and that also brings single points of failure. So for me, it was looking at that entire business model, looking at organisations that we could partner up with to make sure that we had some contingency, but also the ability to scale should we want to expand into other regions across the globe. In terms of one of the biggest wins that we had, customer returns is a pain point for a lot of retailers, especially fashion retailers, and for those that are pure play within a digital environment. So we don't have the physical store where a customer could try on our clothing. We are known for our quality, so the fabric that we use is of a high quality and a high standard, but some of our sizes can be inconsistent. And this is one of the things that I learned. I just assumed that some of our colours, the only difference between a garment might be the colour. It's got exactly the same product description and product name, but in some instances,